Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a video on mind mapping, and I have been doing videos on manifestation. If you'd like to check them out, the first video that I did was Albert Einstein's theory on manifestation. The second video that I did was organizing your life by categories and deciding how you want each area of your life to look, and then taking the appropriate action. And the third video I did was to look at what's holding you back when you feel stuck. Is it your ego telling you, let's not make any changes, let's keep things the way they are? It's the fear that creeps in that in some way this is all going to be incredibly inconvenient and we just stop before we begin. This video is going to be about the mind mapping, which is a visual tool in writing down what it is that you want and then branching it out and continuing to branch it out to see what steps you need to take first in order to get to the next level and the next level and the next level. So I'll give you some examples. Obviously, make this your own, use whatever category that you would like, and have each branch of the tree be what works for you. But I'm just going to use this video as an example of something that you can do, or at least to give you ideas of how you can begin and then change things and modify things according to your lifestyle and your wants. The first category that I took was health. And in taking health, and I'll show you the diagram, I did this on the computer. When I do it myself, I tend to write it out and I use different colored markers and that kind of thing. But for the sake of being legible and for you to be able to read it, I did it on the computer and I wanted it to be neater. So I'm going to refer to this and I'll go over each piece of it. And this is the health piece. So the first corner is the nutrition. And one of the first things that I did in order to help myself eat healthier was to look up my macros, which is actually pretty easy to find on the internet. You can Google a macro calculator and you can put in your age, your gender, your lifestyle, and then they'll come up with a calculation based on those statistics, how many calories you should eat, how much protein you should eat, fat, fiber, carbohydrates. And once you have that, it will enlighten you on how much different that might be than what you're actually doing. That might be a moment to pause and say, is this something that I really want to do? And if it is, great, but this is a tool to get you on the right path. The next step would be to plan meals. For many of us, once we're hungry or we don't know what we want to eat, it becomes very difficult to eat healthy if we're just looking for food and we're just eating what's available and we haven't have it in our heads exactly how many calories things are and exactly how many carbs things are. It's an opportunity to plan out your meals so you have a much better idea of what is going to fit within that framework, and then you can, over time probably become more intuitive about it. And the next step would be look up recipes. Find ideas what to do with some of the foods that you eat that have high protein, low carb, whatever amount of fat that you're allowed to eat. And so for this category, again, I put in these pieces. I put in nutrition, and I put in the macros, I put in the meal planning, and then I put in the meal prep. And then it's, what do you do for the meal prep? Well, you look up recipes. For the macros, you research it. For the next category, it would be to get checkups. So typically we might look at, a general doctor, we might look at our dentist, make sure that we get our teeth checked twice a year or more, whatever it is that you want to do. And then there might be any kind of specialty doctors that you need. And to make sure that we set up the appointments instead of saying, oh my gosh, I haven't been to the dentist in 2 years. I haven't been to the doctor in 4 years. And then that could be a real sacrifice on our health. And the third area would be to exercise. So for many of us, we have certain things that we prefer to do more than others. I love to walk. I do enjoy doing yoga, and I do like to swim. So those were my 3 things under the exercise. And then I looked at, okay, so in order to go ahead and do walking, I need to make sure that I have a path that I'm going to walk on, have the right sneakers, have the time to do it, what time of the day is better for me, and then plan it. For yoga, do I have a video or do I have a way of maybe taking classes? Then for swimming, it would be, what is the facility that I may want to join? What kind of pool is available to me? And again, do I need lessons? And that kind of thing. And then the fourth piece of it is the emotional health. And that's a really important piece, right? So you look at, is there a therapist that you want to get a referral on? Do you want to take a retreat and take some time for yourself and learn about some healthy lifestyle habits that you can incorporate into your life? It may be learning how to meditate, doing something creative. There's all different ways that you can look at how to improve your emotional health, and then we take it to the next step and say, well, I want to go to a retreat. Well, where do I go? Well, where do we want to travel to? What kind of retreat would probably work best for us? It's making a reservation, making the appointment. If it's creativity, what kind of classes are available to me? If it's meditation, is it something that I can find on YouTube? It's really breaking it down and saying, where can I find these things? And do I need to make a reservation? Are there tools that I need for any of these categories? What kind of demographic do I want to be involved in? If I'm taking a yoga class, is it, I want to take a yoga class with all women? Is it men and women? Is it young people? Is it older people? And really doing our research, really doing our due diligence so we can narrow it down, and then we're left with just needing to make the reservation or just needing to make the appointment, and then we can take action because we've already stripped away all of the details that we need to take care of in order to make this happen. Then the next step would be to look at a new category, and I chose friends. How do we build a social life or expand our social life and meet new people? So there's things that we can do. We can decide that we want to join a book club. So where would the book club be? Is it something in your area? Is there a certain genre that you want to be with? Is there a certain demographic of people that you want to have in the book club? And then researching that and joining the book club. Same thing if we want to start traveling. Where do we want to travel? What kind of travel do we want to do? Do we want it to be domestic? Do we want it to be international? Do we want to be with younger people, older people, whatever you choose, and then do the proper research and then go ahead and make those plans. And just once we put it on our calendar, once we make the reservation, once we pay for something, most likely we're going to do it. You may want to take an acting class. What kind of genre do you want? Are there acting classes that are local? Do you want to be more in a city? If you don't live in a city, are you willing to travel to these acting classes? And this will help us find people who are like-minded and people that we can connect with. Then the other piece of it is working backwards a little bit. We've already talked about our health. We've already said, yes, I want to start walking. Do I want to do a walking group? You've already done that for your health. Have you made friends there? Or are there other people that you can meet through the people that you've already met? Okay, I want to join, I want to take a cooking class. I want to learn how to cook so I can abide by my macros. You've taken a cooking class. Are there people that you've met in cooking? And then you can go ahead and you can really connect with those people. And then take each different category, and I posted it in my video, Organizing to Manifest Your Life. And you can go through one at a time, and then you can start this mind map and you can go ahead and see how things branch out. So the idea of health is the trunk, and then each branch is the different areas of your health, and then it branches off into more specifically what is it that you want to do, and then more specifically what is it that you need to do, and then more specifically what can you do now and where do you begin. And once you have all that, you start the process and you become so much less overwhelmed because all of it is there for you. You've already started your process by making the decision what it is that you want, and that is the most difficult part of it, is getting that clarity. And I hope that this video helps you, and I hope that all 4 videos put together really help you, and that you can start your process today. You deserve to live the life that you're destined to live. This is something that is really manageable if we break it down and if we get really clear. I hope this video helps you. I hope it gives you clarity. If you think somebody else should see this, pass it on. If you like this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Until next time, have a great day.